What's up, XDefiant fans? It is Preach as always. Today we have got to discuss something that I find absolutely hilarious that has already showed up in just 3 days of XDefiant being available to play. I want to open by saying that if this video seems a bit harsh at first, stick it out. It isn't as harsh as you think, and you will see that as the video progresses. But before we talk about all of that, if you guys like this video, you already know what to do. Smash that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new here, and turn those bell notifications on if you want to know every time I post a new video. So as you guys probably already know, especially if you watched any of my videos pre-launch, the XDefiant developers have made it clear that there is absolutely no skill-based matchmaking within the regular public match modes within the game. They've also made it clear that the rank-based matchmaking will exist within the ranked mode, and SBMM does exist in a small way in the welcome playlist where you can only play if you are level 25 and below. Now, I've been able to feel this from the moment that the game launched. My video this morning had a background gameplay where I only died 3 times in the entire match. But these less sweaty lobbies that I'm experiencing are apparently not what everybody else is experiencing, and I have a theory. First off, let's read a few tweets on the topic. Lucas says, nah, YouTubers must get easier lobbies. Been watching my brother play and it is just as sweaty as COD. Cody says, it's just as sweaty as COD, if not worse. Hear Me Out says, bro, somebody must be lying because this is the sweatiest game that I have ever played in my life. Now let's check out a few YouTube comments from this very channel. AGTV says, how about finding me a setting to turn off SBMM because all the game is finding me is sweats. And then later says, why am I getting put into sweaty lobbies? Why do I have 1 good game and 10 bad games? Why is there no lobby leaderboards and why do the lobbies disband after each game? All these factors lean towards a skill-based matchmaking system. Which, note on that real fast, the developers did say that right now the lobbies are disbanding, but they are working on, in a future patch or update, the lobbies not disbanding on us all the time. So hopefully that will not continue to be an issue. Later after that, the same guy went on to say, I'm getting the same experience from this game as I am from Call of Duty, which has SBMM and EOMM, or Engagement Optimized Matchmaking, in it. This game is no different. These are just a few examples that I ran across last night, but you can find this all over the place. And I opened up the video somewhat like this was going to be harsh, but I have a couple different theories about all of this, and I don't necessarily want to throw shade at these players, although the second theory may do that a little bit. It's not an intent of negativity towards them, but it is just part of my theory, and I needed you guys to see that people have said these things publicly about the game. So the one I'm going to start with is a little bit more polite of the two. Theory number 1 is simple. This is a brand new game, and the majority of people who are getting on the game are sweaty tryhards trying to get easier lobbies than are available in Call of Duty. And more often than not, they are getting matched up against one another because there are currently more sweats than casuals within the player base because the game is so new. Sure, there are plenty of casuals out there, but I believe with a free-to-play game, more casuals who aren't spending their time following everything first-person shooter related on YouTube and social media are going to come across this game and download it and try it out, and that is when the lobbies will truly open up and be a little bit easier. Theory number 2 is a little bit more complex because it has 2 parts on its own, and it is not quite as nice. The players who are making these complaints online might just be the players who were being protected by the skill or engagement optimized matchmaking in Call of Duty, but they didn't know it. And they just always assumed they were in a higher tier skill bracket when really they weren't. Now, they're coming over to XDefiant expecting to get away from the SBMM and are getting exposed for not actually being as good as they thought they were. The second part of this theory ties into one of the comments earlier, and those are directed at other YouTubers, not necessarily myself, but they're saying the reason creators were getting easier lobbies than they do in Call of Duty is because the XDefiant devs have, quote, whitelisted them ensuring they get easier lobbies to show off a fake lack of SBMM and to promote the game. To that, I would like to ask a simple question. Have you ever considered that the YouTuber or pro gamer is really just that much better than you? Like, not all, but a lot of these guys do this full time and play non-stop. They have a tremendous understanding of the way FPS games work, and with lots of time on the sticks to improve their mechanics, they aren't performing better than us because they're whitelisted. They're performing better than us because they are, and hear me out, better than us. I'm no amazing player, and I know that, but I love to play first-person shooters and occasionally do some cool things while playing. But I have noticed a significant gap between my XDefiant lobbies and my Call of Duty lobbies, and things are much more casual here in XDefiant from my admittedly anecdotal point of view. The reality is, I think it is a true mix of both of my theories coming into effect. I think while these players who are complaining online are probably just not as good as they think they are, I do believe that most of the early player base is comprised of try-hard FPS veterans looking for a change of scenery. And the combination of these things is leading a lot of people to feel like their lobbies are just as sweaty as Call of Duty and tricking them into thinking XDefiant threw a backdoor SBMM system in and are just hiding it from us. Ultimately, we game to have fun. If the game is fun for you, let's keep playing. If you are not enjoying yourself, hey, uninstall it, find you something that you like. Let me know if you have any crazy matchmaking theories in the comments below, and as always, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new here, and turn those bell notifications on if you want to know every time I post a new video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Preach out.